Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Morning Star. So we are on Zoom and we're live on Instagram. We're live on Facebook too. So if you're going to ask any questions on Zoom, it's going to be recorded. If you're having your videos on, it's going to be recorded. On Instagram, if you type what your questions are, I will attempt to answer them. But in Facebook, if you're going to post any comments, I'm not going to look at them in the live call. I'll look at them later. So just for you to know. But anyway, the call will be equally good wherever it is. And the recording will be available on YouTube for you later. So let's get started. How are you guys today? And do you acknowledge who you are? Do you acknowledge how you create? So everything that brought up and let down, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Have you ever acknowledged how talented you are and what you can really do? So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And I'm trying to look at Instagram and Zoom at the same time. So I'm like changing profiles. I hope you don't mind. I think the Instagram profile is looking pretty. Zoom is also pretty. So I'm talking about myself. So everything that brought up and let down. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Okay. So do you guys truly know how you can create when you desire something? So I want to tell you guys some of my stories. So what stories? This goes back to my college days. Yesterday I was just recollecting it. So when I was in college, I was, I was kind of good. I was a good student. I was considered a very good student. I wasn't considered dumb or not studying well. And so what happened is, during my first year of college, after finishing, these are some of the lies people tell you. How many people say that study hard for 12th standard, after that you don't have to study, put all your life in 12th standard, and after that you don't have to study, you can relax and rest? So isn't that a lie? Because you have to study in college also. And then when I joined engineering first year, there was still maths. Imagine 12 years of studying maths and then it's still there. So everything that brought up and let down. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and men. At least the one good thing of our engineering is there was no more Hindi. So I was like, thank God I don't have to study Hindi anymore. Because Hindi or maths, I couldn't decide which was worse for me. Everything that brought up. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and men. I was like, at least I don't have to do Hindi again. But maths was there in first year of my college. And I was like, I have studied so much maths. I've done so much maths. And it's not that I was bad at maths. I used to get pretty decent marks in my maths subjects. And I never used to study maths. I used to like watch TV and then have my maths book open. And that's how I used to study maths. At least the other subjects, I will not watch TV. But somehow maths, it was like, and people are like, only if you do maths, you'll get it. So I never used to practice. They'll say, keep practicing. That's the only way you'll get maths. Keep practicing. I never used to practice. So anyway, so there was maths in college, and college, it was all like, really don't study much. And then teachers, half of the teachers didn't know half of the things. So they actually didn't know what they were teaching. And so I would not listen to half of the teachers. If I don't like the English of the teacher, I won't listen. If I don't like the teacher, I won't listen. My maths teacher was a different story. Like, he used to have such a low voice and I was in the last bench. I couldn't hear him. And because I couldn't hear him, I just didn't listen. I was like, why should I listen to this? I'm not hearing it. And maths class would be like, I don't hear anything. I just copy. After one point, I even stopped copying what he was writing on the board. And then I was like, so unpresent in the maths class. And then exams show up. So everywhere you've been unpresent. And then you're going to be tested on it. Will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And then maths exams show up. And just before the exams, I realized I know nothing in this maths, literally nothing, because I've not listened to it. I've not been present in any class. And I was like, I couldn't, I had this point of view that I shouldn't talk for myself, and especially don't talk up to the teacher. So none of us in the last bench even had the courage to tell the teacher, we can't hear you. Boys and girls, okay, the boys literally didn't care. They're like, who cares about studying? And the first bench girls, they did care and they did understand, but Didn't understand anything. So what I did is I was like, I'm going to definitely fail in maths. So I was like, what should I do? And I was in panic. When I asked what should I do then, I was in panic. So I managed to convince one of my friends who was in the first bench to do what? To come to my house for the study holidays, stay with me and teach me maths. And I was like, hey, come and stay with me. Will you like come and be with me? Let's study together and all that. I didn't tell her that I don't know maths. That's the reason I require you. I was like, let's just study together. Let's just, cope up. Let's just have fun and stuff like that. So she did come and she did teach me, and so grateful to her. That's the only reason I cleared first year maths. So literally, when was the studying done? In the last 3 days of the exam. I'm studying 1 year of what they taught me in the last 3 days. So how many of you do that? Do everything in the last minute? So everything that brought up in eternal, you destroyed and created. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys, poets, and neons. So let's acknowledge yourselves. Are you humanoid? Do you know you can do everything in the last minute and then you wait till the last minute? And even if you don't know how to do it, you're like, someone will pull me out in this last minute. I was like, literally didn't study maths. And then I was like, hey, this friend of mine, I'm so grateful that she actually listened to the maths class. She was sitting in the first bench because there were other last benches and they were equally bad. They didn't listen. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys, poets, and men. And I look at the maths books and I was like, can I study it myself? And I looked at it and I said, no, that's not going to work. I don't know head to toe of this. It is not going to work. And then, so I called her and then we studied together. And the day of the exam also, we were like, I'm not sure. Will I do well in maths? Will I actually, my goal was to pass, nothing else. I wasn't like, I'm the best student. I want to get great marks. I was like, let me pass. And so did the exam. I actually did well. And my maths sir came and there was one sum. I still remember three of the sums. The answer was 0, 0, 0, 0 when you get the answer. And I was like, how can 3 sums have the answer 0? I must be doing something wrong. But I tried it again and again and it came 0, 0, 0. And I was like, I can't do more than this. I don't know more maths than this. But it's very, and every time we've ever been in class, we've never got an answer 0. Like, so I was like, what is this? And then my maths sir came. He came up to me. I was writing the exam. There was another sir and he actually looked at my paper. He opened it and he looked at my answer and he said, that's right. And he went. So I was like, oh my God, 0 is right. He knows, I don't know whether he never knew I didn't listen in class probably because I never interacted. But of all the people's papers, maybe he thought this girl has never said anything in class. She's going to 100% fail. So he came and looked at my paper. I still don't know why he looked at my paper. But he said, okay, it's fine. And then I came out. Everyone was like, we didn't get answer for this 3 sums. I said, I got 0. And one more person said they got 0. And then everyone was like, I got minus, I got this, I got that. I said, no, I think 0 is right because the sir kind of said, the sir told me that, I've done it properly. And then you're like, okay. And then the whole energy shifted. How did the energy shift? Everyone who thought they were good at maths now didn't get 0. And they were like, what will happen to my maths? And I, who thought I might fail, was like, I'm going to pass. And I was like, did you do really well in maths? I was like, I don't know if I did really well, but I know I'm going to pass. And I'm like, cool, because I'm going to pass. And that's the deal. And then they were like, you're just going to pass? I said, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to pass, but I don't know how well I did. And that was the deal. And then there was the next subject. So the next subject was engineering drawing. Have you guys heard of this subject? Whoever has done engineering, have you heard of it? Have you done that? So everything that brought up and it down, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. And I was studying IT. So for IT, why do they make you study engineering drawing? That itself is a big discussion. For what reason are you studying this subject that is so hard? And they give you something called a drafter. It has 2 scales, very scary to see and heavy to carry. And every time I carry that, I'll drop it. Okay, it's to be so clumsy. I'll 100% drop it. And then we do this engineering drawing. And it's not that I didn't understand it. In class, I used to understand it. Not like maths. I used to actually understand. I used to draw properly, but the sir would come and say, why are you drawing it so bad? If you draw it so bad, I don't know why you're drawing it so bad. And I'm like, I also don't know. This is my level of drawing, by the way. You guys, I've told you guys, right? I'm like very less talented. My only talent is in talking. If you've not heard my morning star calls, you'll know that, I was very bad at drawing, very bad. So my sir was like, you can't draw a straight line without without making the paper black. White paper will become black by the time I finish. God knows how. I still don't know how. But I'll have the same pencil, the same scale, the same paper that everyone else has, and theirs will look like, it's pencil mark on paper. Mine's will look like pencil mark plus something dark and darkness all over and something else. And he was like, how can someone draw so bad? And I was like, I don't know. If I knew it, why would I draw it this bad, right? If I know why I was doing it, I would change it, right? So everything that brought up and I down, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And he was like, see, Nithya, the only reason I'm telling you this is you are actually good at the concepts. You are drawing, you're understanding better than others. But if you draw this bad, you won't get the marks. And that evening, I cried the whole day saying that I'm so bad at engineering drawing. I'm so bad at engineering drawing. And that was so much, right? Your reputation of how you perform in college or how other people see you are or what are your marks. So everywhere you've made reputation so big and greater than anything else, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And I was like, hey, I'm going to, anyway, so all that happened. And then before the exam for engineering drawing, it was a different case. It was like, my friend was like, I'm afraid of engineering drawing. Another friend, I'm afraid of engineering drawing. So I said, I'll teach you. So I sat down and I taught her all the concepts. And then when we're going to the exam, I'm pretty confident. I'm like, my drawing might look pretty bad, but it's correct. So I'm going to pass. I was pretty confident, not as bad as maths. And my friend was like, will I pass? Will I fail? Will I pass? Will I fail? And then we went. And the question paper is so different. It's as if I've never seen this before. And I'm blank. And I'm like, what am I doing? And I had no idea what I was doing. And then I got crazy. And I was like, I'll just draw. I couldn't even measure the angles because I saw the question paper and I was like, I don't know this. I don't know this. And the 40 degrees which you measure with the drafter, I can't do it. I'm like, my hand is shaking. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I'm just going to. I randomly measured something. And then there was the girl in front of me. It wasn't like I wanted to see her paper, but by mistake, I saw her paper. And then I got some idea because she was doing it right. I got little idea that, okay, this is the way to do it. So I was like, I wasn't copying again. Anyway, I don't have to defend because college is like godzillion years ago, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. But this is how, something in the universe is there to guide you. You're not left alone. How much ever you panic, if you just see in a different direction, it's always there. And I was like, oh my God. And the funniest part was the person behind me, he was copying from me. And I was like, I'm doing it so wrong. And the teacher came and actually told him, if I catch you copying again, I'll send you out. And I was like, I'm doing it all wrong. I don't know what am I doing. Why are you copying from me? Anyway, I didn't tell him, but I was like thinking, you're so dumb to copy from me. I've got it all wrong. So that exam was over, submitted our paper. And then everyone was like, how did you do? And first was my friend. And she's like, I think I'm going to pass, Nithya. Thank you so much for everything you taught me. But I told her, I'm going to fail. I'm 100% going to fail. I did such a bad job. I know I'm going to fail. And she's like, you're going to fail? But you know all the concepts. I'm like, no, I'm going to fail. And can you guys believe for the next 4 months, after I finished first year engineering, the vacation, going back to second year, before our results came, for 4 months, every day I would cry. Every day I would cry and complain to everyone who can listen that I'm going to fail in engineering drawing. Every day. I didn't sleep for 4 months straight, 4-5 months. Every night I'll cry. And I told my father, see, I'm going to fail in engineering. Should I do you think I should live or do you think I should die? So everything that brought up, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Because for me, it was such a big thing. How can I fail in front of all my classmates? If that happens, I might not live. And then now it sounds so funny, right? So isn't your past funny? Your past should be really funny. Otherwise, you're not present. So everything that brought up and then down, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. I was actually contemplating, should I kill myself? Seriously. I was like, I've never failed till 1st to 12th standard. So this won't work. And then I told my father I'm going to fail. He just dismissed it. He was like, whatever. And that's it. He didn't even it's okay if you fail, you have second year to pass. He was like, whatever. He's like, he didn't even hear what I said. And I told my mother. And my mother is very encouraging. And my mother was like, see, Nithya, I know you're smart. So if you fail, more than half of your class will fail. Probably everyone will fail. That can be the only thing that'll happen. And my mother always tells me this. She knows I don't study. But whenever I'm underconfident, I say, will I fail in the exam? She's like, see, if you fail, everyone will fail. So she was like, don't worry, let it come. She didn't say don't worry. She said, and she also like, Nithya is the one who studies properly. So Nithya has to get marks. She's like, little expectations, more expectations from me than my sister. So everything that brought up in it on right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys, and yours. And now, by this time, if all the girls in my class and all the girls in computer science, probably, not only my department, they know that I'm going to fail in ED and I've done really bad, because that's how much I've talked about it. That's how much I've like put energy into I'll fail. And then the results come. And you guys know how much I got? Anyone can guess? Except Sarita. I think I told Sarita yesterday, but anyone else, you think what happened to my exam results?
You got distinction marks.
I got 92 out of 100. That's the biggest joke. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know who supported me. I don't know who corrected my paper. Really, I don't know. Because and from that day, I got a different reputation. Like Nithya is the biggest liar. She lied for 4 months, saying that she will fail, and she got such good marks. So everything that brought up in it on right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys, poisonous. But I didn't care. I was like, you call me liar, you call me whatever. I have got 92. I have passed. I don't have to do ED again. I have passed my engineering first year. And my maths, I got 80 or something. I got much more than a lot of others. And I ended up being the second rank holder in my whole class. Can you believe that? I couldn't believe it myself. I was like, I wasn't even looking for a rank. I was like, if I pass, that's a big deal. So anyway, right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and news. So what you have to look here is, however you create, there is something that there is always luck. Have you acknowledged how lucky you are? Have you acknowledged when you've done the worst and you've not given your best, still something falls in your favor? How many of you have pulled that off? Can you just acknowledge those scenarios? How did I get so lucky? So everything that brought up in that down when you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Everywhere I've not put in the effort. Everywhere I'm judging myself for what I've done. But everywhere I'm still willing to receive and be lucky, will you destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and men. I still cannot believe how lucky I was. I still don't know how I got 92. There was only one more person who got more than me, 97. And she also didn't know how she got it. And she was sitting next to me. Both of us are last benches. We literally don't listen in class. And she's one step ahead of me. So she'll actually sleep in class. She'll actually close her eyes and sleep. I will open my eyes and sleep. So everything that brought up in it down. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So I was like, it was something else. And there were many people who had failed in ED and in maths, because apparently that maths was tough. But I was like, I've passed. I've done it. So now this is not fun. Was it fun to like cry for 4 months and I've given my worst? So is it fun? It wasn't fun for me at all. So I wanted to course correct. I was like, second year, I'm going to study from day one. I'm going to study. I'm not going to wait till the last minute. I'm going to listen in class. I'm going to study. And guess what I did? I did not study at all. Same. Until the last day of the exam. And then I sat and in the last day of exams, it used to be so funny. Second year, there was no more maths. Thank God. There was no more ED. There was no more physics. There was no more civil engineering. There was no more mechanical engineering. It moved into IT. So now you have to study only IT. So right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So Diya is saying, I've passed in ED and mechanics studying at the last day, and my friends who studied much earlier failed. Do you know that? Do you know it's not about how much hard work you put in or how much effort you put in? It's about who are you being? Are you lucky? And would you like to receive that luck? So everywhere. And they are saying they stopped talking to me. Same thing happened to me. They were like, you're such a liar. I can't believe someone would like this much. So everything that brought up in it on right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys, poisons. Anyway, it was okay. It wasn't that before that I would talk to everyone and I'd like say, hug me. Even before that, I was like, okay, talk to me. Don't talk to me. I'm fine. And like, keep away from me. So I was like that. So I was like completely okay. It didn't matter that they stopped talking to me. But anyway, so second year, I was like, I'm going to study. I'm going to plan. And I'm studying. And I didn't study till the last day of the exam. And the last day of the exam, I was this person who will sleep sharp at 10 o'clock. I can't stay awake. Even at 8 o'clock, if you allow me, I'll just sleep. I can't stay awake in the night. Now I've shifted a lot. So nowadays I can do full nighters, but anyway, I was like, I can't stay awake in the night. So I looked at everyone studying before the exam, 10 p.m. and they all sat down and they're studying and they're studying and they're studying. I got a headache looking at everyone study. Have you done that? Have you compared yourself with someone else and they are so much better? I can't do it. And whenever I get into comparison, I limit myself so much. I create the worst case scenario. So I was like, oh my God, they're studying. I'm feeling sleepy, they're studying. So I slept with a headache. But I was like, even then I wasn't like, I'm going to study now. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pop, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. But I'll get up at 4 a.m. And if I get up at 4 a.m., sometimes I'll sleep for 30 minutes. 5 a.m. I'll get up. That much I had responsibility. I wasn't like, I won't study at all. And 4 or 5, I'd get up and then I would like, study. And 4 or 5 a.m., when I used to study, it just used to get in. Whatever never got in the night, just used to get in. So I studied, was 2 hours in such a rush. Sometimes I just rush to the exam. I wouldn't even bother to, have I eaten? Have I, done anything? I would just like study and write to the exam and go and write. But that 4 a.m., I used to be somewhat present. I used to get it. I don't even know how I used to do that. So are you being present in the last minute? Are you acknowledging that? So everything that brought up and led down, when you destroy and create it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and girls. What if you have the power to be present even in the last moment and change something? Would you acknowledge that? Would you acknowledge how you can do things in the last minute? And then I went and wrote the exam and I would do pretty well. So second year also, I got decent marks, good marks. And I was like, but this is not fun. Like waiting till the last minute. Am I going to pass? Am I not going to pass? What questions show up? And I used to get lucky. Whatever I used to study, I'll skip half the questions. Now imagine studying 1 year in 2 hours from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. or 3 hours. So I would skip more than half of the questions. I would only study half of it. Somehow, everything I study would show up. So everything that brought up and led down, will you destroy and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. I used to pray that whatever I study shows up. So what if the universe always had your back and it was showing you things beforehand? Can you acknowledge that? Will you all acknowledge that? Will you all acknowledge that you know things beforehand? You can pull it off in the last minute. So everything that brought up and led down for you, will you destroy and create it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And I was in second year. Somehow I did well in second year. Third year, I did something different. I was like, I'm going to study plans, 100% study. Okay. And then what happened in third year? I didn't study. Didn't go per plan. So everywhere life doesn't go per your plans, will you destroy and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And there was one subject in third year, which I actually was awake from 10 to 12 and I studied. I was studying from 10 to 12 in the night, from 10 to 1 a.m. That was the first time in my life I'd ever stayed awake till 1. And I remember one of my college mates, she looked at me and said, what did she say? She said, if you study in the morning itself, you get so many marks. Today you're studying in the night also. I wonder how much marks you're going to get. I think you'll outdo everyone. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. And here I want to acknowledge, whenever someone says something really good about me, I never used to believe it. I never used to consider that. So that was the one exam I did really bad. The one I studied the whole night, I did so bad. And I got exactly 35. 35 is like pass mark. It's the decency of passing. It's like, you just passed. And I've never got that low in any subject in my in engineering or even in school. So it was something else. So everywhere, when someone judges you, you disacknowledge yourself. Will you now destroy and create? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and girls. How many of you have done that? When someone comes and tells you, hey, you're good. No, I'm not. I know who I am. But do you truly know who you are? Why? And if something comes so easily to you, what is the value of disacknowledging it? Because when I used to study from 4 to 6, I used to get it. Now others used to study all night and they still didn't get it. That doesn't mean that, again, I'm nothing wrong with them, nothing wrong with me, but that doesn't mean that I'm not talented, right? But I was like, I'm just lucky. I don't know. I didn't study. I didn't work hard enough. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So would you be willing to acknowledge your luck? Would you be willing to acknowledge you can do it in the last minute? Would you be willing to acknowledge that there's someone or something always supporting you? Yes, guys? So everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And now into 4th year of engineering. And 4th year, I was like, I'm not planning, forget it. I'm not planning to study. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to reform. I'll just do whatever I want. I'll study in the last minute. And finally, finished college, came out. So that was a whole 4 years of trying to plan and not planning. So everywhere you think planning is what will work for you, and you keep trying to plan, but you don't plan, and you limit yourself, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. What if you can enjoy this moment? What if you can trust that the universe will make something or other, come for you, something or the other show up for you? What if you can be present and enjoy the moment and wait for how it shows up? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And then the practicals. We used to have these computer lab practicals. I used to be so bad at computer in college, really bad. So how I passed was another story. But anyway, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So first year when computer lab was there, I didn't do well. It was very bad. So it was like, and I was like, this is not working, because I didn't want to be perceived as a bad student. And if I really feel that I'm not good at something, I do little hard work. Like I call my friend to teach me. So I was like, my father, this is not working. So he bought me a computer. Started practicing on the computer. I was like, this is not going to work if, I can't be this bad in the exams. And after that, I was never bad. I was never bad in computer in a way that others could perceive. Yeah, let me put it that way. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, birds, and but I was bad in the way I did it, because I would make mistakes, but somehow no one could find it out. I figured out, how to manipulate the program, how to write it in such a way that other person doesn't know that it's wrong. So everything that brought up and let down, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And then, yeah, so I finished. So everywhere you feel defeated that you're not good at something, what action can you take to change that in better ways than you can imagine? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And if you fail once, doesn't mean you're failing forever, is it? Can you not course correct? And the more we grow, the more harder we are on self for failure. The more older you become, are you harder on yourself when you fail? And first of all, what have you defined as failure? What have you defined as failure that you cannot come out of? Everything that is, when you now destroy and create. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. What have you planned that will work out that is not worked out? Where have you been let down by your own expectations? Where have you expected so much that you stopped your creation? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So anyway, so those were like stories of how I studied or I didn't study. And perception, right? So in 4th year, I think in 3rd year or 2nd year, I know some year, my roommate was an art student. We had the college where there was an engineering college and arts college. And usually my roommates would be the same from engineering. So they kind of understand if you study or don't study. Anyway, everyone used to have the perception that I really study and I'm doing something magical or something evil, where I'll study without anyone knowing, so that in front of them it feels like I don't study, but I'll study in the back and get good marks, because we're like, we couldn't comprehend. How can am I not studying and getting this many marks? So 100% she's like cheating and studying and whatever. So right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, birds, and girls. And then my roommate was this arts college student, and I literally wouldn't study. So they were like, you're getting so good marks, you're studying, you're doing something, how are you studying? So I was like, hey, you ask my roommate, man, go and ask her, she'll tell you I don't study. So they all did that, and they're like, hey, tell us how Nithya studies. And she's like, Nithya studies every day. And I was so shocked. I was like, what do you mean? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets, and men. So like, see, you're such a liar. And I what do you mean? From 8:30 to 10 or something, it was study hours in our college. So 8:30 to 10, Monday to Saturday, you have to open a book and sit down. The warden will come and see, you shouldn't talk. So I opened a book and sat down. Doesn't mean I was studying. But you have to open your book and sit down, and that's for everyone. That's all you can do in that time. You shouldn't talk to anyone. The warden will come. If they catch you talking, they'll kind of scold you. They won't do anything else, but you'll get nice scoldings, and you don't want that. And then you had fear, right? When you're in college, you're afraid of the warden. So you have fear of what will they think of you. And they'll announce that this person doesn't in study hours, they're making so much noise. So your reputation is a big thing and all that. So I was like, and then I was like, but in study hours, both you and me sit and open the books, right? You also open a book and see it. So then she's like, no, you keep writing and writing and writing. So you're studying. And this was because they used to give us assignments in engineering. Like you have to submit assignments. And literally, used to open the book, copy from the book. That's all the assignments we did. We didn't do anything great or rack your brain. I was like, I'm just writing assignments. No, you're studying. But for the arts college student, that was a big thing because they didn't get assignments. So the perception of how other people look at you. Would you be willing to acknowledge that when others think you study well or you're good or you're talented, it might be true? Would you be willing to acknowledge that? How many of you disacknowledge this? Just because you always feel you're much more, you can do much more, but you're not doing enough, always. So when someone else tells you, hey, you've done a good job, do you acknowledge or disacknowledge it? So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. And just because something comes natural to you doesn't mean you should disacknowledge it. Should you? Would you like to acknowledge that? Like yourself? Would you like to say, yeah, yes, I am good. Yes, I did study. And what's wrong if I study? Yes, I'm good. Yes, I do get good marks. It's not a fluke. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. Yes, Ankita, I know you've been raising your hand for long. Please ask or talk. I just wanted to finish a lot of things that I wanted to say.
No, Nithya, I would like to just share my experience before my exams. I used to only listen good songs and then go and write my exam. So the more I was feeling, I was aware, the more I relaxed, the more better test I'm going to write.
Yes.
So this is what I would like to share.
The more relaxed you are, the more you can do well. So everywhere you've learned, you have to stress out. Everywhere you've learned, only hard work will give you success, and you have to stress out to work hard will you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. Everywhere you cannot receive the success if you didn't put enough hard work into it. Will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. Yes, Chandni, would you like to ask something?
Yeah, this call is really resonating with me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And yeah, I'm very harsh on myself. I plan something, sometimes I'm unable to execute it. And then I beat myself up that, okay, I wasted my time and I should have done that. So there are so many should haves in my space. Like, I wish I had done this. I wish I had gone there.
No.
So how do I clear these?
Is it in the past? You should only laugh.
It's in the past. Sorry?
You should only laugh at your past. Everything that does not allow you to laugh at your past will you destroy and create it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. Because we're not going to change our past. We can't. And every moment you think about the past, you're wasting your present. Isn't your present precious?
Yes.
Yes. So it's okay. How can I be present today to create my future? What matters is your present and your future. Your past doesn't matter. Okay? So what invention am I using to hold on to my past? Everything that is will you destroy and create it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, birds, and beyonds. And see how I'm laughing at myself with all the things I did. But when I was living that, it wasn't fun. I was literally crying. I was like, I'll fail. So everything that brought up and let down. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys, birds, and beyonds. And I didn't.
And also, one more question. Like, there's an idea of perfection, a lot of it. And therefore, sometimes I don't execute things that I want. And then I regret them. So how do I overcome this perfection? This
Perfection
constant strive.
is a judgment. Perfection is just an idea. It's not an ideal. It will just be an idea. It is not reality. So everything that brought up and let down will you destroy and create. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, boys, and yawns. So what do you love about judging yourself? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, boys, and yawns. You are perfectly imperfect, or you're imperfectly perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Enjoy who you are. No one is perfect. No one is perfect. No one will be perfect. Perfection is just order and judgment. And it just, again, regret. It makes you live in regret. So what if you can enjoy? Isn't the beauty of life in how unpredictable and how imperfect it is? If you don't know that, you're not living. I mean, it's so unpredictable. What if you're sitting here and you didn't expect, like yesterday, there was a mouse in a house. Didn't expect it. Earth is like that. Like anything can come from anywhere. Anytime, anything can happen. So would you be willing to receive that? Would you be willing to receive the planet that you are in and stop the judgment of, I have to be perfect? So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and created? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, boys, and girls. And everyone is so uniquely talented and uniquely different. So it's your difference that you should try to bring out. You don't have to be perfect like others. Others are also not perfect. And who have you decided is more perfect than you? Everything that is will you destroy and create it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, boys, and girls. Give it your best with joy. When I go into judgment, I have to give it my best. Am I doing my best? Am I present? I'm giving my best. I'm giving my best. You're not. Are you present when you keep judging yourself? Am I giving my best? Will you do it perfectly? 100% not. But if you're like, hey, how much fun can I have with this? I'm doing this with so much fun. I'm so grateful that I'm doing this class today. I'm so happy that so many people are listening to me and I'm going to blab. I'm blabbing. If you guys didn't notice, right? I'm not saying perfect things. Am I? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and yawns. I'm literally blabbing stories. But everyone is like, wow, it's amazing. Like, I hope you will say that if you've not said that. If you've not said that, I'll say it myself. Like, wow, it's amazing. It shifted something for me. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and yawns. So how does it get better? Am I doing it with fun? Yeah. Is it working? Yeah. So what if you can do it from that perspective, Shamani? And it all matters how much fun you have today. And there's always scope to do things better. So let me try it differently tomorrow, do better. It's okay. Okay. So everything that brought up and let down, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Cool. So what if you can be the most imperfect person ever? So everything that does not allow you to be so imperfect that you wonder how someone can be so imperfect, will you destroy and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and mules. I've actually learned to laugh at myself. I know I'm very bad at directions. And it's okay for me. It's fun. Oh, I don't understand directions. Hey, will you tell me? It's fun for me to ask someone. And the best part is, even if they tell me, I won't understand it. So everything that brought up and let down, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So they're going to tell me very seriously how to, go somewhere. And I'm going to ask them again, hey, I didn't get it. And better, can you tell my driver? Because if you tell me, it's not sinking in. I just can't hear. It's like my ear stops, my brain stops. The minute you say right, left, I'm like, different person. I don't know. If you tell me like podpoc or the spirits and all, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting it. I get it faster. Wow, yeah. But then if you tell me maths or you tell me like right, left, this, that, I'm like, no, I'm off. Right, wrong, good, bad, podpoc, all nine shorts, boys, boys, and girls. So I'm okay with it. And tell people, hey, I don't get directions. Can you just give me the map? Please don't explain it to me. And then they will still attempt. And that's the funniest part. They'll attempt, they'll say, it's so simple. I'll tell you. And then I'll say, can you still give me the map? Please give me the map. This is something where I may not get it and I don't want to. It's why should I have an adventure in finding the way? I can have adventures in other things, right? So I'm okay. Be okay with who you are. Know who you are. And nothing is right or wrong. You don't have to be perfect at everything. You can be dumb at few things. You can be stupid at many things. So everything that brought up and let down, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. How can I enjoy my own stupidity? How can I laugh at myself? So everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you destroy and create it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So someone is saying, you be magic. Okay, they're saying, I've been working for 20 years, but now for the past 2 years, I'm not working and I'm judging myself. Have you decided judgment is work? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys, poets, men. And judgment is even harder than working. It has a cost. It kind of destroys your body. It actually destroys your body, not kind of. So what if you don't have to? What if we can say, what can I be to enjoy this time I have? What can I be to get more work? What can I be to do something I love and make more money, and everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and feel that will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, girls, and girls. Okay, Sarita, I'm going to mute you. Do you want to ask a question?
No.
Okay. So how does it get better? So does it make sense, guys? Learn not to judge yourself, because life keeps changing, man. Like today you might be in this country, tomorrow you might be somewhere else. Today, your son is like 5, he just becomes big. All of a sudden, life keeps changing. It's an adventure. So what if you can enjoy the moment, whether you're working, whether you're not working, whether you're in this place or that place? It will not be the same. We think like, if I don't work today, I'm going to not work for my rest of my life. It's not true. So enjoy this time that you have with yourself. Yeah. Oh, that's Radhika Jain. So Radhika, enjoy the time you have with yourself. And what if you're being, and the universe is gifting you, you can just receive as you be. You don't have to work to be. What if you're being something that is creating something? So everywhere where I judge what I do instead of being, so that I can stop my future, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So would you guys acknowledge yourself? Will you guys acknowledge how great you are? And you should listen to this call again. You should listen to what a stupid story I was saying, and how I was putting the story together, and how I added clearings with it to make it like effective. It was just blabbing, literally, right? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys, persons, but it will shift something for you, for sure. That too I acknowledge. So what do you love about disacknowledging yourself? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. Everywhere you've made reputation greater than anything else in your life, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. Reputation is such a judgment, isn't it? I should pass in college, I should whatever. Like, I can't look at my classmates. If I fail, thank God I didn't fail. I'm not saying that I should have failed. Thank God it didn't happen. So everything that brought it down. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. But what if you can acknowledge yourself? What if you don't have to imagine the worst case scenario and wait for it to show up? And how do I handle this? So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Okay, people, I think we're done for today. I can take 1 or 2 last questions. If anyone has any questions, please ask now. Otherwise, you cannot ask till next Monday. So everything that brought up and let down. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And for people who want to ask questions on the group, please do come on the Monday call and ask the question live, rather than putting it on the group. Yeah, so that's what I would like to say, because then I get into the energy, and I'm here to give you more questions for any question you ask in this particular time. So it's kinder on you. Okay, so everything that brought up and up. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Did I bore everyone with my college story? All of you are so silent.
It was actually interesting, I was like, this call is something is like, since childhood you are always projected, like you're a failure. And today it's like, oh, you're not, you're a star. Thank you, Nithya.
Thank you. How does it get better? You're not. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC. Do you know how hard it's for you to fail? Do you know how I got 92 without doing anything? You are not a failure. It is so hard for you to fail. And you will fail only when you decide you will fail. Otherwise, you'll not. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys, persons. Humanoids don't fail at anything. They just give up at times before they finish it. So everything that brought up and let down. Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And thank you for everyone who's saying it's interesting. How to concentrate on studies, ma'am. A lot of things are coming on my mind. So what would it be like for me to be able to study well, Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and yours. Even better, shortcut. What would it be like for me to get amazing marks for what I'm studying for? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and yours. Are you studying to really understand anything or just for the marks? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets. And I'm like, just give me the marks, man. I don't want to study, but I would like 90%, 99%. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and yours. And how much of what you study is relevant? I don't even know why I studied engineering drawing. Not at all using it. I'm not like here to build. I don't even remember what I studied in engineering drawing, to be honest. I can only remember we drew one buildings. I don't even remember the words. Some building side view, elevation view, left view, center view, blah, blah, blah. That's all I remember. But we did more than civil and ED, I'm not using it at all. So what can I be to get amazing marks? Whatever I study, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, girls. What would it be like for whoever is correcting my paper to really like me and give me good marks? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And what would it be like for all the teachers to think, and all the teachers and all the students to think like I'm really good? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. That's all you need. Would you like to be that? Yeah. I'm not saying don't study. Please do study. I'm not saying don't do hard work. Please do whatever you would like to do, but do it with fun. Yeah. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Because we don't want people to misinterpret and come back and say, I didn't study because you said don't study in one call. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying ask for marks and have fun with what you do, right? And be satisfied with what you do, right? It's not perfection, but I've created something today, I've read something, I've got it. So feel satisfied with the sense of what you have studied, what you have got. Enjoy what you do. So, it shouldn't be like I'm reading the book for the sake of reading the book. It should be like, hey, what did I get from this book? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock. All nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. Was I present with this book for even 5 pages? Is that better than, So what can you be to know what to study, to be so present with it that the quality of what you create is something much more, and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Okay, people. So we're done with today's call. Thank you for everyone who joined on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Zoom. Yeah, I forgot the people in Zoom. So everything, see how stupid I get. I even forget what I'm using. So everything that brought up and down, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So what if you can laugh at yourself for anything and everything? Okay, take care, guys. I'll see you guys next Monday. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you.